Hey guys, welcome to the fourth episode of the Real Estate Investors Hub podcast. Today I'm joined with my co-host
I'm Luis Ramos.
I'm Patcha Ramos.
and our special guest, Amy and Lisa Carson.
Yes,
Uh,
hello. This is Lisa.
I'm Amy Moses.
Today we're kind of just gonna interview these two and see what they're doing and get to know them a little bit better. And I'll start with Amy. What real estate niche are you into and what are you doing?
Well, right now, mostly into rentals. Lisa and I have some rentals together. She kind of got me started in real estate. And so far that's pretty much what I've been doing. I did do one flip last year.
Oh,
I am
nice.
looking to do another one, but I slowed down on that just a little bit. And like I said, we just have some rentals, and that's what we're focusing on right now. But would
Great,
love to do
great.
some more flips.
Nice, nice. Great to hear. And Lisa?
Well, I have been, I got into women's real estate group about 2 years ago, and I worked with several women that were from all over, and we were doing wholesaling, and well, we started out a lot of wholesaling, a lot of group wholesale out of JVs, and I came across one deal here in Port Arthur. The house was $10,000, and I wasn't real impressed with the area, but I ended up going ahead and buying it because it is cash flowing. Um, and then, I got interested in buying a few more buy and holds, and I'm looking to do some pad splits. I do have a property that I'm renovating now for something similar to that for nurses. And anyway, and then we have been going to the real estate meeting in Beaumont, and we've met a lot of creative financing people such as yourself. And so we were very interested in learning, how you talk to people about that, what all of the ins and outs are, so that we feel like we're educated enough to talk to people about
Right,
that,
right.
to offer more options, especially since the market is the way that it is today.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know Amy, she got into real estate because of you or was helped out by you. What influenced you to get into real estate?
Well, I had a house in Nederland, which is a really good area to live in. And I didn't pay very much for it, but it's an appreciating area. So it appreciated. I was having some difficulties financially, and I'm a Christian, so I asked the Lord to help me, and He did. A whole pipeline came across.
Well, that's great.
They bought the whole neighborhood, and I walked away with about $80,000. So I
Wow.
was like, wow, this is cool. I
Yeah,
really
that's
like
great.
getting money for houses. you know. So I felt like He was leading me in that direction because I want to homeschool my grandchildren, and I have, some goals of retirement. I don't want to be a nurse until I'm 70. you know.
hmm
So
Right, right.
yeah, so and so I found the Women's Real Estate Network on Facebook, and so I took their mentorship program. So I have a lifetime membership to that Women's
Nice.
Ring.
So you would recommend that to other people to other women to join
Well,
that program?
I would, because it's such a great network of people all over the United States. If you wanted to JV with anybody or buy a property anywhere, you would have boots on the ground.
Oh,
So,
good, good, yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, will you
Luis,
guys
do you have
tell us
any questions?
it's in real estate? Uh, so how do you find more information? What are the fees? What's the structure like? What are the meetings like?
For Women's Real Estate Network.
Yes.
Yes, that is, it was quite expensive at first, but I know that whenever you're doing, you're learning, you want to learn a trade, that you do put money into it as if you were going to school. So
Yeah.
that's what I did. I got on 2 years ago. It was a lifetime membership, and now it's not a lifetime membership. And there are some, the fees are more expensive, but you still get that great network of women. And because there are so many people in it now, you could form your own group and still benefit from it. But they go over all of the strategies. They do go over some creative financing, wraps, sub-twos, wholesaling, buy and hold, burr, all of those. And they're, personable, and you're able to, the networking is really what, I'm really glad for what I learned, and also because of the networking. And the structure is by Zoom call. They're constantly changing their structure too, and there's other groups that you can get into with their group. So, but yeah. So and then so does that answer your question? I'm sorry, I was a little wordy with
Yeah.
that.
What was one of the biggest lessons that you've learned doing real estate, either of you?
Amy, you can start if you want.
Probably always pay for an inspection.
Oh, good
At
idea.
least that's what I found with some of the, well, at least you know, one of the rentals that we have, we just kind of, and I don't regret it because I've learned a lot, but just kind of jumped in the deep
Right,
end,
just kind of head
right off
first.
the bat, no fear. Which is actually, I think is a good thing, because if I held back because I was too scared, that I wouldn't have done anything. So I'm glad I jumped in. But there's lessons that you learn from that. When you don't know what to look for, pay somebody that does know what to look for.
Right,
Or enlist
outsource.
the help of someone that does know what to look for, because there's some things that I just didn't know, and I didn't really pay too much attention to, and I probably should have. But hindsight's 2020, you learn.
Right, exactly. Great. And Lisa?
Well,
So what for you guys moving forward?
what did you say? I'm sorry.
What are some of your plans moving forward with your with the partnership?
Well, we joined a group that's actually based in Houston, and they too have a network of investors, private money lenders, contractors, project managers. I think that their main focus is flipping. And well, they do a lot of buy and holds as well. But Lisa and I really were looking to start flipping more properties in the Houston area and in our area. And I know Lisa's gotten interested in like the pad splits, and we chatted a little bit about that last night. I would like to know more about it. So if we have the opportunity to do something like that together too, that would be, that would be a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Is that about right, Lisa? Is that kind of the direction?
Yes, definitely. That's the direction that I was wanting to go to as well. I didn't mention Strata Ventures. That's our newest group that we've joined. I mean, this is my only second group that I've joined, so that I can get more. I think that their group has, they help us to analyze the properties a little bit better, and they have private money. And so, you can analyze all day, but if you don't have the money, so that's the reason why we, we value their opinion and being part of their group. And also the group that we joined here in Beaumont, Dr. Ramos is always telling me, hey, there's meeting, they're having a meeting over here, and they're having a meeting over here, and I appreciate it. But so we went and we met Rick Edgeworth, and we're about to have a meeting with Isaac Edgeworth so that we can start working with him more closely in this area, because he knows the Beaumont area, and it's certainly a it's a different kind of market than Houston, or they got a lot of pockets of some deals, but you have to know this area in order to know how to run the numbers. So we're appreciative for that. Yeah.
Tell me, so what is the most frustrating part and the most rewarding part of being an investor?
Well, the most frustrating part to me is the unknown.
True,
and also I'm regularly a kind of a shy person, and so I don't, it's not in my nature to just go up and talk to somebody. So that in itself is a little bit tough. So I've kind of gotten out of my shell that way.
That's good.
But just getting out there and just knowing that, hey, it's not all or nothing. I might even just learn something, even if I don't make any money right now.
Right.
And so just not having the paralysis is something, like back to the previous question, that I've learned. But anyway, so I kind of got off subject, and I forgot what your question was.
No,
so.
You're good. It was just, what is the most frustrating and the most rewarding part of being an investor?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, just the unknown, and then the rewarding part is, well, of course, getting paid.
Yeah,
Getting paid and
definitely.
freedom. Yeah.
Well,
the
I think
learning
it's really,
part.
go ahead.
Go
Were you
ahead, Amy.
finished, Lisa?
I'm finished.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I think the most rewarding part, for me, the most rewarding thing for me so far has been when I did my flip, and at the very end, when it's all come together and you look back and say what it was and now what it is, I just think it's really exciting.
Being able to, yeah.
That part to me is really exciting. I mean, even before you've made any money, it's just getting ready to make money, you know.
Mhm.
Toward the end, you can kind of see it's all come together, and I like looking at new houses. It's exciting, and just seeing where it was and where it is now. You know, I really like that. Um, and then, you know, the other rewarding part, like with wholesaling and even the rental, you know, when you finally close and you do get you do get paid, you know, and then you found good tenants and things are rolling along and smoothly. That's
Mhm.
rewarding.
Yeah, it's rolling along smoothly till it's not.
Yes. And you never know when it's going to be not. That's the unknown. That's the unknown part, you
Exactly.
know. Yeah. But
Last up, Lisa, this question, so I have to ask Amy. Looking back, Amy, that started this journey 2 years ago, what advice would you tell her?
Lisa?
No, Amy.
Oh, Amy.
I asked Lisa
oh
last.
wait, what advice would I tell to who?
Amy, when she started her real estate journey.
Oh, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And I get in patches like that where I just get analysis paralysis and I sit there and I don't make any moves. But if you never make any moves, you'll never fail or succeed. So you just have to keep moving forward and don't be afraid. I um I think it's easier when you first start to jump in. It was easier for me. I mean, I didn't consult with anybody about the house that I bought for a flip. I didn't even talk to my husband about it. I told him about it, but I didn't ask his opinion. And I went and looked at it by myself. I ran the numbers myself, and I feel like I'm lucky because it did make money, but it could have gone south really badly.
Yeah.
But I wasn't scared. I was just excited. I wanted to jump in and I had no fear. And afterwards, I kind of got in a little pocket of fear, but I'm seeing now you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other if you want to keep trying to succeed. You might fail, but if you just stay positive and you know, I'm learning how to run the numbers more effectively now. So I have more confidence, you know. So yeah, someone just starting out, I would say, just don't be afraid, you know.
Great.
Have some resources in your back pocket that you can pull from, you know, if you get into some trouble. So don't just, you know, I mean, go
Yeah,
in with a
right.
little bit of education, but you know, don't be too afraid. Don't be too afraid.
Um, so we're rounding out just about the end of the year here. Do you have any goals that you still need to get to or want to accomplish? And have you already started planning for the next year?
I would like to see us at least find a property together, you know, as a partnership, a property to renovate by the end
Mm-hmm.
of the year, you know,
Okay,
but we'll
great.
see.
Yeah. And Lisa?
I think the same. I'd like to go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn my video on now because, okay.
Oh, hey.
Yes, that's something. And there's somebody standing behind me. It's actually me.
Oh, we got two of you.
I set my Zoom to, you know, to be like I'm there so I won't have to be
Yeah.
there, but then it's actually set my background. So anyway, yeah, my goal was that I would like to, you know, we'd like to find a property to flip together, and we'd like to form a team here in Beaumont so we can start working here in Beaumont as well. And I have a house on North Street by the hospital that I'd like to renovate so that I can start the new experience of pad splitting. You know, but you know, of course, we're coming close to the end of the year, and you know, there's not a whole lot of time, but those are some goals that I would like to
Right,
like to
right.
do before December 31st.
Yeah, yeah. And so for the viewers watching, how can they get in contact with you? What is your, you have Facebook, Instagram, email. How can they get in contact with you?
We have a Facebook.
Mhm.
It's SBHT Property Solutions.
Okay.
If you just search that, that's our Facebook page. And well, we have an email, sbhtpropertysolutions.com.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll put all that into the description in the bottom of the video for everybody to take that and be able to get in contact with you.
Yes.
But yeah, Luis, if you have any other questions,
I think
anything?
that sums.
That sums it up. Well, all right. Well, thank you. Thank both of you for coming on today and joining us. It was a great time that we had here. And to the viewers, this is the end of the 4th video on our podcast, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.